imagine that you live right here, 503, and you want to start learning to ride your motorcycle. Now, this is a great little quiet neighborhood that you can practice in. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to get going, take my time, start out in first gear, nice and slow and smooth, shift up to second, only doing 10 miles an hour. I have the option, I could just stay in this little kind of area here and work those straightaways back and forth and get used to the weight of the bike. Then eventually, if I'm comfortable with that, I can pull out onto this main road. Now let's say I don't want to go very far yet. I want to practice this right turn here. So I'm going real slow, using a nice head turn, pointing my nose. And notice my home base is right there. I'm just going this far, cruise down the street, just going real slow, taking my time, working on my nice smooth stops at these stop signs. Boom. Other vehicles going, go ahead and give them away. Let them go first if you're brand new, right? That way you're not pressured. Don't feel like they're right behind you, kind of making you go faster or hurry you along faster than you're ready for. So you can give them away, let them go first. Now I'm gonna make this left turn here. It's a big old gnarly sewer, man. Come around this turn, same thing, nice and smooth, nice and slow. A couple bikes in there. Just creeping through. So this one's cool. It's actually a cul-de-sac, so this is perfect. So I can use this same route from my starting spot, 503. Nice big head turn through here. Boop, boop, boop. And I can practice a few loops in there if I wanted to, or I can just make that little loop, split myself back out here. Now I'm gonna head right back to where I started, because everything's gonna be the other direction. So a nice smooth stop, check, make sure it's clear. Now I'm making a right turn this time. Speed limit is 25, so that's a good thing to start yourself out real slow, 15, something like that. Come to a full stop at the stop sign. Then if you get comfortable, like just cruising around doing 10, 15, you're comfortable with the weight of your bike, then you can actually try and get it up to that 25 and do the actual speed limit. Then I can come right back to the stop sign where I just turned a minute ago. Nice and smooth, head and eyes up, bars straight as I stop. Look, make sure it's clear. Once I'm comfortable with the gap I have, pull it back out onto the main road. Now look, I'm right back to where I started. Home base. So in just that short little stretch, I can practice a couple left turns, a couple right turns, a couple stops, a couple goes. All that stuff's really gonna help you. Now I can practice my slow speed maneuver and U-turn right there. Now if I'm still feeling good and want to go do it again, go do it again. Come back out here, nice smooth stop, right back out onto the road. Now let's say this is my, my 10th time doing this lap. Let's say I've gone from there down back that exact course I just did. I've done it 10 times. I'm feeling really good about it. I'm feeling really comfortable with it. Now I want to go a little bit further. So here's what that looks like. I'm still going to use the same exact route. I'm just going to expand on it a little bit. And I also want to watch out for this giant, look at this thing. This thing will rock your world. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Thing's like sticking up like a freaking plateau. So now my turn was back there, right? So I'm just going a little bit further this time. Now I'm going to take this left here. I'm just expanding on my radius just a little bit by one more block. I'm going to come down this street now. It's also a good way to kind of explore your neighborhood, meet your neighbors, and give them a wave and show them that you're a responsible motorcycle rider and not just ripping up and down the road. Be friendly, good human. Take your time through here, nice big head turn. Watch out for the gravel on the road. So now I expanded my radius just by one more block. Now you can work your way right back to where you started. Same thing over again. Try and build your way up slowly, one street at a time, one block at a time. Slowly adding to your route until you're more and more comfortable with it. Now, same thing, gonna work my way back. We're actually gonna ride up and over this big old bump in the road so you guys can see what's going on with it. It's so gnarly. You like scrape your bike on. Look at this. It's so wicked. So now we're working on getting that speed up. Work on a nice smooth stop from a quicker speed. Put your foot down. Make sure it's clear. Get it going again. Get back up to that 25. Watch out for these little sewer bumps. Same thing. Try and get up to 25 or so. Cruising nice and steady. Flow of traffic. Then a nice smooth stop. Downshifting to first gear. Boom. Foot comes down. Now here's a good tip for you. If I'm sitting at the stop sign and I'm not quite ready to go yet, you know, look behind me, make sure it's clear. These cars coming. All right, I don't want to be in a rush, but I think this is a good gap, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. It's just easy as that, right? Take your time. Never let another motorist, another vehicle push you to go before you're ready. So you always want to be in control of your machine, ride your own ride. Never let another vehicle or motorist pressure you to go on before it's time, right? Same thing here. Nice big head turn, using that rear brake, using that clutch and that friction zone, easing it out. Make those U-turns look easy. You can get a little bit of body position, counterbalance the weight of your machine if your bike's on the heavier side. Now we're gonna go back through one more time. Same exact route, but we're gonna expand on it. So let's say I just did that last one 10 more times, right? And then I went inside, took a break, ate a sandwich. Now I'm back out here feeling good, ready to go. So we're gonna just expand by a tiny bit more this time. Nice smooth stop. Notice I don't even have to put my feet down when I stop. Just hold that balance for a second. Back through. So now this was our first route on this street, right? Then we expanded it a little bit, came to the second street. Now let's say we've done the first one 10 times, this one 10 times. We're feeling great, we're feeling comfortable, we're getting used to our bike. Now we're gonna go a little bit further this time. And now look, we're faced with a new challenge, this big steep hill, right? So we're just gonna cruise down this hill, nice and smooth, nice and slow. Just because it's something new that you haven't encountered on those last two routes doesn't mean you have to race. Take it the exact same pace and way that you've been doing it. Keep taking it easy and smooth. Now look at this. We come to a new stop sign down here. Make sure we come to a nice full stop. Make sure it's clear. Check once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Now we're pulling out onto unknown territory, right? There's so many bikes around here. Love it. They all need to subscribe to Instructor Cory on YouTube. I need a big old flag blown off the back of this bike that has my my channel name on it. These like those video games where you hit the booster. Like cruising along Mario Kart, right? Get on a little booster. This one's sketchy though. It's a booster right into a stop sign, right? Cool, so we just went around. Now I know this main road is gonna take me back to 503, my home base, right? So just take your time. Yeah, I gotta get back soon. The storm's coming in quick. So now take your time. Still doing 25 to 30. Cruising up the hill nice and smooth. I can work on adjusting my lane position like we talked about earlier. Alright, try out different lane positions. Let's say there was a vehicle in the middle, I could even go in the bike lane if I needed to, right? Take your time with it. Smooth like peanut butter, nice and smooth, nice and easy. Take your time. Now look, that's the street we turned on originally, right? That was our route. We made it full circle circle back to here. One last time. Gonna turn in. Right back to our home base. 503. Come up here. Get to the outside. Get your head turned. Use that clutch and friction zone. Nice, smooth U-turn. That's all there is to it, guys. Start out at your home base. Go out, do a lap. Keep doing it until you feel comfortable with it. Then expand on it, slowly but surely. Before you know it, you'll do all this whole neighborhood, and then you can come over here to this stop sign and go beyond that. And once you've explored all these little streets and stuff around here, then you can turn onto this main road and cruise down this way, right? And you can take this next turn left or right, explore all around that. Once you're good with that, come back to this road, go a little further. You're just slowly widening your zone, your radius, expanding, and before you know it, you're riding all over the whole state. All the highways, all the roads, all the turns, all the mosquitoes and bugs in your eyeballs. And then you do the entire state, all the roads that it has to offer, and you feel good about those. Now you're doing cross-country trips. Now there's nothing that can stop you, right? No stopping you now.